You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here for Drakewing Gaming. It's 70 Mounts Wood of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Beyond the Harbor. Beyond the Harbor. I don't know why I'm thinking of Far Beyond the World right now. Anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. I'm on my lunch break right now. I got a little bit of time, so let's go ahead and jump in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. It dawns on me all at once and forces my stomach into free fall. My ass follows on its example and I slide down the wall in shame. How the hell would I have known she was a bear? I mean, of course we knew, but... God damn it. I bury my face in my hands. I'm a goddamn fucking idiot. The atmosphere of the living room changes entirely upon my re-entry. Yeah, that was a really stupid thing to say. Well, the cat doesn't look up from his phone. Trevor's gait as he approaches me is awkward and stifled. Hey, JC, I changed my mind. He stops just in front of me, breathing heavily. Whoa, slow down. What's going on? He shakes his head quick enough that I can feel the air around us stir. No, I mean it. I'll do whatever I can to help you guys with your investigation. This turnaround. The fuck did you do to him? I glare over at the cat, but I've never been one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I offer the lizard a warm smile in return. Well, we appreciate it, Trevor. He nods his head and raises a shaky hand out to me. I'm glad to work with you. I take his hand in mine and am immediately surprised by the texture I feel. Paper? After an awkward up and down with our hands, I clutch the note and slip it into my pocket with about as much subtlety as I can manage. Okay, now... forget something, Trevor. The cat doesn't even look up, but I can see the ever-present smile hiding behind his phone. Trevor, meanwhile, briefly grimaces before forcing a smile. Yes, I'll meet up with the two of you tomorrow in the afternoon. His eye twitches as he stares at Sam, likely waiting for some sort of approval. The cat, showing some form of twisted mercy, nods his head slowly. Okay. He inhales deeply. I'm sorry if this comes off as rude, but my dad is... Yes, JC and I will be taking our leave. He presses a discreet little button on the side of his phone before standing up and shoving it back in his pocket. See you tomorrow, Trevor. Another forced grin from the lizard. Oh, goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. A soft chuckle escapes his throat as Sam approaches the door. His eyes raise slowly from the floor, making contact with mine. His eyes are complicated. Deep inside of those green seas, I could see the buildup of years of anxiety and fear. But there was a little spark of light that caught my eye, the tiniest tinge of hope. I cleared my throat, mustering up the most comforting tone I am able to. I'll see you tomorrow, Trevor. He responds with a slow nod, eyes closed and shoulders hanging lower than the atmosphere of his home. Without saying another word, I turn tail and follow the cat out the door and back into the cool evening air once again. The setting sun casts a soft orange glow on us as we walk back down the street. Some part of me hates it, and for the life of me I couldn't tell you why. Hey, tell me something. There you go. Hands buried in my pockets to keep my pace steady with the cat's. You seem super invested in the whole detective thing. I turn my gaze to my companion. Yeah? Well, what about it? You're pretty terrible at it. I open my mouth to respond, but before I can, he continues. I guess I'm just curious why. My brain stops working then and there. Must be the light. Well, You dodged the question last time I asked, too. I sigh. It's personal, okay? Must be. You've got something that keeps you moving forward. Motivation. Must be nice. We walked together in the quiet evening air for a little while. The sounds of the waves crashing just a few yards away was constant but refreshing. I'm surprised by how quickly I'd gotten used to the smell of salt. I could barely tell it was abnormal anymore. I'd have guessed something changed. With a renewed sense of vigor, I speak again. My sister. His ears perk up, but he doesn't turn to face me. This ring was hers. I take her ring in my right hand, as I'd done so many times before. It's one of the last things I have left of her. He stops. That's poetic and all, but you still have your memories, don't you? My breathing slows. My eyes sink back into my skull as a familiar feeling grips at my heart. Of course I do. A single tear slides down my cheek as those bony digits curl around the organ tighter, tighter, tighter. You know I aren't that different, are we? End of chapter 3, okay? I'm just going by too quickly. Stop going by too quickly! Okay. Beyond the Harbor has been unlocked. Oh. Oh, what does that mean? Rendezvous. Okay. Alright. We've detected that you haven't accessed the original Beyond the Harbor story yet. It's recommended you complete at least one playthrough of Beyond the Harbor accessible from Chapter Select before continuing the Beyond the Harbor R Chapter 4 Rendezvous. Oh. Okay. I only see this warning once. What would you like to do? Select. Oh! Okay. That's new. Ah, the horizon. So it mixes in with the original? I didn't get to go back and say goodnight. Night to you, did I? Those are normal night sounds. Not at all. Oh, that's pretty. Oh. Damn, okay. Alright, y'all, I think I'm gonna pause it right there for a second while I go get some water. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Let's continue Beyond the Harbor, because apparently to continue you need to actually play the first one. So I am very interested in seeing what this leads to. This is very meta. I like this. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Begin, I suppose. Alright. Welcome back, Oliver. Ooh. That's creepy. Okay. Man, what is going on in this game? There's definitely something going on with the ocean. At least I hope so. This place again. Same dock, same ocean, same you. Same tired legs, same wretched torso, same aching heart. Set time and time again to your wits' end, praying always for some twist of fate, but you never stopped being yourself, did you, Oliver? This is where you went to get away from your own sick reality, where you felt like you could finally be you. The frigid water stirring beneath your feet beckons for what may be the final time. Are you going to take the plunge, Oliver? Are you going to meet that which beckons to you from beyond? Yeah, super Lovecraftian, holy shit. Really? The waves lap at the shore in a melodic motion, threatening to overtake my feet if I get too close. The sea itself is trying its hardest to swallow me up, I guess. There's something about the way the sun hangs in the sky tonight that's made me feel a little uneasy. Well, maybe it's not the sun. The veil of orange light that suffocates everything it drapes itself over seems to be more of a threat. Clouds. I could stand to see some of those today. Anything other than the damn sun. Hey, are you listening to me? Yeah, sorry. Don sighs just loudly enough for me to hear, even though I'm pretty sure he'd moved his muzzle away from the phone. A little past at me, perhaps, but I'd never missed a chance to tease him for it. I wet my lips and my tongue before opening my mouth to speak. I heard that. I heard that. He sighs again, this time audibly louder. Nothing gets away from you, does it? He says it in a dry tone I'm all too familiar with. He knows better than that. Anyway, sorry, I was just taking a walk. I wanted to get out of the house for a little bit. I could tell, unless on the off chance you had some kind of relaxing ocean track playing or something. But why would you waste money on something like that when it's free in your backyard, yeah? Yeah. I kick a pep ball along as I step, one foot after another. The sand's already crawled underneath my nails. I do what I can to keep my thoughts busy. You ever miss the beach? His breath is quiet and he hesitates before speaking again. I don't. You know me, never cared for water. Nearly drowned how many times now? 4. I answer quickly, way quicker than I'm sure he expected. If he even expected an answer. 4 when I was there. I don't know if he ever drowned when I wasn't there. Uh-huh. But I cut him off before he gets the chance to change the topic. You ought to come out to the beach sometime while you're here. I don't remember the... Yes, Ellie, I remember the outcrop. Butterfly swarmed in my stomach. The coming response will likely be no surprise to me. I'm happy you do. Don't you ever want to... No. His reply is sudden and punctures me at the ferocity of a bullet. which comes off as particularly pathetic considering I had expected it wholesale. So, you, you have plans, yeah? Well, I do, but it all depends on what she thinks of this. Gonna do what I can to avoid getting on her bad side, though. I'm sure you remember what she said last time I was around, yeah? I nod, not that he could see it. I'm caught unawares as the tide steals my attention away. Well, not the ocean specifically. More so past it, the line the sun sits on. That horizon I've seen so many times. My world sways on the waves as I'm dragged out with it. I feel like I'm remembering something. There's a shadow under the coast, but it appears to be nothing. Maybe it was a trick of the light. The ocean spews a few bubbles in the direction I was looking. What was I looking for again? Doesn't really matter. Christ, am I losing you again? Earth to space, Rat, do you copy? Shit, I didn't catch myself drifting off there. My feet are firmly in the sand. I regained my composure there. I'd rather not be out to sea right now. Why am I like this? Space Rat reporting in, loud and clear. I cough and I can practically feel him roll his eyes from half the state away. Thank God, are you going to answer my question? Shit. I didn't hear it. The waves are too loud. You know how sensitive mouse ears and all that. That's like an anti-excuse. It's lame for sure, but I've never been any good at coming up with excuses on the spot. Not with him, anyways. Gonna blame ADHD again? Some other condition? I'm sure my silence speaks volumes. Anyway, listen this time. He clears his throat and speaks his request plain. I'm expecting things to go smooth. V isn't going to crucify me, is she? I nod again, even though I had previously confirmed that he probably can't hear. Yeah, I talked to her yesterday. Made it clear that we were on good terms now, and she didn't need to worry about it. We are on good terms, aren't we? I didn't believe it myself when I said it to V. We may never be on good terms again. I think we are. I want to be on good terms with you, Ollie. There's a painfully long pause as those words pass his lips. He's not done talking. I know it. But that's on you. It's a familiar pain. The kind I've felt a few times in my life. I don't believe it. And I know in that moment, I don't care how good of a liar Don thinks he is. Yeah, of course I will. He pauses, and the scraping sensation of hate drags its claws across my brain. It turns my blood cold, hearing it again. My skin may as well crawl off my body and dive right into the surf. Are you home right now? My own voice rattles my brain around in its cage of bone. I'm almost positive he heard how violent my shiver was. Don is deathly silent at the other end, attempting to recompose himself. Yeah, I worked until 5, and I'm going out to eat real soon. Oh, yeah, it's a good day for it. Real nice out. I shiver again, feeling my body submerged in the freezing abyss of uncertainty. Yeah. The tension in the air is thick enough to cut with a knife at this point. I'm somewhat relieved, however, when Don releases an awkward laugh and changes the subject. So, I guess I'm gonna get back to my stuff. Got some housework to do before I head out. That's fine. Actually, I have some things to do myself. Oh? Alright, I won't hold you up. Motherfucker. See you tomorrow, Ollie. The bus terminal in Bobtown. Remember, I'm not stopping off in Shaw again. Yeah, see you then. Okay, bye. Bye. I can't even mumble out my pathetic goodbye before I hear the beep. He wastes no time hanging up as usual. Turning in place, I lower the phone from my ear and stare at it. I felt like holding on way longer. I swipe across my phone app over to my contacts page. Second now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. I am tired, y'all. I'm going to chill out for the night. Thank you to all of our lovely patrons. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!